Have you ever wondered why Doc Brown chose a DeLorean for his time machine? What if I told you it wasn't even supposed to be a car at all, and the production got them dirt cheap because the company had already gone bankrupt? This iconic time machine hides secrets that will blow your mind. Today, we're counting down 20 weird facts about Marty's 1985 DeLorean from Back to the Future that even the most dedicated fans have never heard. From coffee maker reactors to stolen hero cars, from gull-wing door disasters to Steven Spielberg's objections, these revelations are absolutely incredible. So buckle up, hit that like button if you love movie cars and time travel, and let's accelerate to 88 miles per hour through the untold story of cinema's most famous vehicle. Number 20. The time machine was originally a refrigerator. Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis didn't originally envision a car-based time machine. The first script drafts featured a refrigerator as the time travel device. The concept was simple: climb inside, set the date, and travel through time. But they realized this presented a serious problem. Kids might imitate what they saw on screen. Children hiding in old refrigerators was a genuine danger in the 1980s. Accidental suffocations happened regularly. The filmmakers didn't want to inspire deadly copycat behavior. They needed something exciting but not dangerous to children. A vehicle made perfect sense. It could move, creating visual excitement. Plus, the 88 miles per hour concept added dramatic urgency that a stationary refrigerator couldn't provide. Number 19. They considered multiple cars before the DeLorean. The production explored several vehicles before settling on the DeLorean. A Ford Mustang was seriously considered for its American muscle appeal. The Chevrolet Corvette was another strong candidate with its futuristic styling. Some producers wanted a more mainstream, recognizable car, but Robert Zemeckis had specific criteria. The time machine needed to look like it could actually be a time machine. It had to seem slightly alien and technological. The DeLorean's stainless steel body and gull-wing doors provided exactly that otherworldly quality. Zemeckis argued that if you're building a time machine into a car, why would you use something ordinary? The DeLorean's distinctive appearance made it believable as a modified scientific instrument. Number 18. The DeLorean was already discontinued when filming started. Here's an ironic fact. When Back to the Future began production in 1985, the DeLorean Motor Company had been bankrupt for 3 years. DMC collapsed in 1982 amid financial troubles and John DeLorean's legal issues. No new DeLoreans were being manufactured. The production had to source cars from remaining dealer inventory and private owners. This actually worked in their favor financially. Discontinued cars were cheaper than if DMC was still operating, but it created supply concerns. What if they destroyed all available cars? Finding replacements would be impossible. The DeLorean's failure as a commercial product meant the production got cheap access to a unique vehicle. They were using automotive history's leftovers to create cinema history. Number 17. They used 3 different DeLoreans for the first film. Back to the Future employed 3 separate DeLoreans during production. The hero car received the most attention and screen time. It featured the most detailed time machine modifications and pristine condition. Every gauge, wire, and component was perfect on the hero car. The stunt car handled action sequences and potential damage situations. Its modifications were less detailed but structurally reinforced. The process car was used for driving scenes with actors inside. It had camera mounts and could be towed for certain shots. Each vehicle had identical exterior appearances, but different capabilities. Managing this small fleet required meticulous tracking. Script supervisors noted which car appeared in which scenes to maintain continuity across the film. Number 16. The flux capacitor was designed in one night. Production designer Ron Cobb created the iconic flux capacitor design incredibly quickly. The script required a visual representation of the time travel mechanism. Cobb sketched the Y-shaped chamber concept in a single evening. The design needed to look scientific and complex, but comprehensible to audiences. Those 3 glowing tubes arranged in a Y pattern became instantly recognizable. The simplicity was genius. It looked advanced without being incomprehensibly complicated. Legend says Cobb sketched it on a napkin, though this may be apocryphal. Regardless, the flux capacitor became one of cinema's most iconic fictional devices. Its design influenced how audiences imagined time travel technology for generations. All created in one inspired night of creative work. Number 15. The production paid only $25,000 per DeLorean. The production secured each DeLorean for approximately $25,000. This was remarkably cheap considering the cars originally sold for over $25,000 when new. The bankruptcy and discontinuation meant dealers were desperate to move remaining inventory. Universal negotiated bulk pricing for multiple vehicles. For a major Hollywood production, these were bargain prices. The $75,000 total for 3 cars was less than many single hero vehicles cost. This budget-friendly acquisition allowed more money for the extensive modifications and special effects. The deal demonstrated how the DeLorean's commercial failure created opportunity. What was worthless to car dealers became priceless to filmmakers. Those cheap purchases would eventually be worth millions after the film's success. Number 14. The plutonium chamber was a hubcap. The iconic plutonium chamber that powers the flux capacitor started life as a car hubcap. The prop department needed something that looked technological and cylindrical. Someone spotted a chrome hubcap that had the perfect shape. With some modifications, additional detailing, and strategic lighting, it became the plutonium chamber. This kind of creative repurposing happened throughout the production. Budget constraints forced innovative thinking. Why build expensive custom props when household items could work? The hubcap's chrome finish caught light beautifully on camera. Its ribbed design suggested scientific precision. Most viewers never suspected they were looking at a wheel cover. This budget-conscious creativity characterized the entire production's approach to props. Number 13. The nuclear reactor was a coffee maker. Doc Brown's portable nuclear reactor, visible in the DeLorean's interior, was actually a modified coffee maker. The prop department sourced a chrome coffee percolator for this purpose. Its cylindrical shape and metallic finish suggested nuclear technology convincingly. They added gauges, wiring, and warning labels to enhance the effect. The coffee maker's inherent technological appearance from its brewing mechanism looked appropriately complex. This continued the pattern of using kitchen appliances as sci-fi props. It's practical and cost-effective. A custom-built nuclear reactor prop would cost thousands. A coffee maker cost under $50. With creative modification and proper presentation, audiences never questioned its authenticity. The nuclear coffee maker powered one of cinema's most famous vehicles. Number 12. Doc Brown's remote control was a Walkman controller. The remote control Doc uses to drive the DeLorean by radio control was a repurposed Sony device. Specifically, it was a remote controller from a Walkman or similar Sony product. In 1985, this represented cutting-edge consumer electronics. The production recognized its futuristic appearance. With some modifications and additional buttons, it became Doc's time machine controller. This created accidental product placement for Sony. The distinctive design was recognizable to electronics enthusiasts. Like other props in the film, it blended real technology with fictional purpose. The remote had to look advanced enough to control a car, but familiar enough to be believable. A contemporary Sony product perfectly balanced those requirements. Modern viewers might find it charmingly retro. Number 11. One DeLorean caught fire during filming. A serious incident occurred when one DeLorean's electrical system caught fire. The extensive modifications created electrical complications. Wiring for all the lights, gadgets, and effects systems overloaded the car's circuits. During filming, smoke began pouring from the engine compartment. The crew reacted quickly with fire extinguishers. They prevented total destruction, but the car suffered significant damage. Production shut down while the vehicle was repaired and electrical systems redesigned. This incident highlighted the challenges of heavily modifying a car with limited electrical capacity. The DeLorean stock electrical system wasn't designed for Hollywood's demands. The fire scared everyone but ultimately led to better safety protocols and more robust wiring throughout all the time machines. Number 10. The speedometer only went to 95 mph. The DeLorean's factory speedometer maxed out at 95 miles per hour. This created a problem for the film's crucial 88 miles per hour concept. While 88 was within the speedometer's range, dramatic close-ups needed visual impact. The production modified the speedometer face for filming. They created custom gauge faces that better displayed the critical speed. Some shots used completely fabricated speedometers designed specifically for camera. The irony is rich. The DeLorean could barely reach 88 miles per hour in reality. Its underpowered engine struggled to achieve the speed required for time travel. The speedometer limitation reflected the car's actual performance limitations. Making a slow car look fast enough to break the time barrier required multiple creative solutions. Number 9. The car's performance was terrible. The DeLorean's actual performance was embarrassingly poor. The PRV V6 engine produced only 130 horsepower. 0 to 60 took over 10 seconds, pathetic even by 1980s standards. Top speed was theoretically 130 miles per hour, but most couldn't reach it. The car was heavy, with a stainless steel body and inadequate power. This created serious filming challenges. Chase scenes required the DeLorean to look fast and exciting. In reality, it was slow and sluggish. Camera tricks, creative editing, and sound design compensated for the lackluster performance. Shooting downhill helped achieve speed. The DeLorean's reputation as a performance car was entirely fictional. It looked fast, but drove like a disappointed sports car dreaming of being quick. Number 8. They added a fake turbo boost sound. The DeLorean's actual engine sound was uninspiring. The V6 produced a bland, unremarkable noise. For a time machine breaking the space-time continuum, this wouldn't do. The sound design team created elaborate acceleration sounds in post-production. They recorded various high-performance engines and turbocharged vehicles. These sounds were layered and mixed to create the DeLorean's fictional roar. The dramatic buildup as it approaches 88 miles per hour is entirely manufactured. Some sounds came from jet engines and electronic synthesizers. The goal was creating escalating tension through audio. Real DeLorean owners joke about how different their cars sound from the movie version. The dubbed sounds made a slow economy car seem like a rocket ship. Number 7. The gull-wing doors kept malfunctioning. The DeLorean's signature gull-wing doors were a constant source of problems. The hydraulic systems that operated them were temperamental and unreliable. Doors would open when they shouldn't. They'd refuse to close on command. The hydraulics would leak, leaving the doors stuck. In California's heat, the systems became even more problematic. Filming would stop while mechanics addressed door issues. These malfunctions caused significant delays and frustration. Despite the headaches, removing the gull wings was never considered. They were too visually distinctive and important to the DeLorean's identity. The production learned to work around the unreliability. They scheduled extra time for door-related delays. Those iconic doors were beautiful, but mechanically nightmarish throughout production. Number 6. Christopher Lloyd couldn't fit comfortably in the car. Christopher Lloyd stands 6 feet 1 inch, which created spatial problems in the compact DeLorean. The interior was cramped for someone his height. His head nearly touched the roof. Getting in and out gracefully was challenging. The gull-wing doors helped somewhat, but the low seating position and tight cockpit were uncomfortable. Lloyd spent hours wedged into the DeLorean during filming. Camera angles strategically hid how cramped he actually was. Wide shots made the interior seem more spacious than reality. Lloyd never complained publicly, maintaining professionalism throughout. But crew members noted his obvious discomfort during long shooting days. The time machine that could travel anywhere in time couldn't give its inventor adequate legroom. This physical constraint added unintended comedy to some scenes. Number 5. The lightning strike rig cost more than the car. The climactic lightning strike sequence required enormous special effects work. The production built a massive tower rig to simulate the lightning hitting the DeLorean. This structure cost significantly more than the $25,000 they paid for the car. The rig included the clock tower cable setup, pyrotechnics, and electrical effects. Multiple cameras captured the sequence from every angle. They'd only get one chance to film it correctly. The preparation took weeks and involved dozens of technicians. Safety was paramount when dealing with simulated electricity and explosives. The investment reflected the scene's importance to the film. That single moment of lightning hitting the DeLorean was essential, spending more on the effect than the vehicle demonstrated proper priorities for visual storytelling. Number 4. Real DeLorean owners hated the movie initially. When Back to the Future premiered, the DeLorean owner community had mixed reactions. Many purists were angry about the modifications ruining the car's design. They felt the clean stainless steel aesthetic was being hidden under gadgets. Some owners thought the movie made the DeLorean look ridiculous. They wanted their car taken seriously as automotive engineering, not a prop. The struggling DeLorean community felt defensive about their misunderstood vehicles. Some owners refused to watch the film entirely, but opinions shifted dramatically over time. As the movie became a phenomenon, DeLorean values skyrocketed. Owners realized the film saved their car from obscurity. Today, most DeLorean owners embrace the time machine connection. The initial backlash transformed into grateful appreciation. Number 3. The hero car was stolen in 2011. In a bizarre incident, one of the original hero DeLoreans was stolen. The car was on display at a museum when thieves broke in overnight. Security footage showed the brazen theft but couldn't prevent it. The DeLorean community mobilized immediately. Such a distinctive vehicle would be impossible to hide. News coverage was extensive, making the stolen car too hot to keep. Investigators worked the case intensely given the car's cultural significance. After several weeks, the DeLorean was recovered. Thieves apparently realized they couldn't sell or display such a famous stolen vehicle. The car was returned with minimal damage. Security at the museum was dramatically upgraded afterward. The incident proved even time machines aren't immune to common car theft. Number 2. Steven Spielberg wanted a different car. Executive producer Steven Spielberg initially opposed using the DeLorean. As one of Hollywood's most powerful voices, his opinion mattered enormously. Spielberg felt the DeLorean looked too sleek and expensive for Doc Brown. He argued a broke inventor wouldn't have access to such an exotic car. Spielberg pushed for something more ordinary and accessible. Robert Zemeckis defended his choice passionately. He explained that the DeLorean's failure meant Doc could feasibly obtain one cheap. The distinctive appearance was essential for the time machine concept. Zemeckis stood firm despite pressure from the legendary director. Eventually, Spielberg conceded to Zemeckis' vision. This creative disagreement could have changed cinema history. Imagine Back to the Future with a Mustang time machine. Zemeckis' persistence gave us the iconic vehicle we know. Number 1. The movie saved DeLorean from complete obscurity. The ultimate irony. John DeLorean created a car that failed spectacularly in the marketplace. DMC went bankrupt. Only about 9,000 were built. The DeLorean seemed destined for automotive obscurity, a footnote about 1980s excess and failure. Then Back to the Future happened. Suddenly, the failed automobile became one of the most recognizable vehicles in history. DeLoreans that couldn't sell for $25,000 new eventually sold for over $100,000 as collectibles. The car John DeLorean couldn't sell became immortal through Hollywood. Restoration businesses emerged specifically for DeLoreans. Owner clubs flourished. The worthless, discontinued car became a cultural treasure. John DeLorean had a complicated relationship with this fame. His automotive failure became his most successful legacy, but through someone else's vision. The time machine that could travel anywhere saved the DeLorean from being forgotten in automotive history. And there you have it. 20 weird facts about the DeLorean that prove the best time machines are built from failure and movie magic. Which fact shocked you most? Drop a comment, smash that like button, and subscribe for more movie secrets. Great, Scott. We'll see you in the next video.